morning, good evening. Welcome to this week's live stream where we talk about live streaming, YouTube, and all the stuff that happens around it. It's not just a technical journey. There's a lot that goes into being a creator, and we like to talk about all the different things here. I'm just reading the chat. Like, I did not tell Doug that I was going to do this. I need to make that just perfectly clear. It was something I decided to do off my own bat. And I did not tell Doug at all. The first thing he would have known about it is probably either the tweet or when I finally scheduled the video, or the live, I should say. So all the Buy Me a Coffee links have been changed. I've got the pinned link in the chat directly to Doug's. The link in the description directly to Doug's. I'm going to be really honest. My new employer is taking me to VidSummit. I've got everything covered. Doug's covering everything himself. And coming from Australia, it's really hard to get to VidSummit. You know, like it's just one of these things. We really want to be there. We don't want to miss out. We want to see everybody. We want to watch the panels. We want to learn. But being so geographically far away makes it really prohibitive cost-wise, and our dollar is awful against the American dollar. So it's nearly like we have to save twice as much to get half as far, if that makes any sense. So if you can, if Doug has ever helped you answer a question, done anything to help you out, because he's that kind of guy, please click on the Buy Me a Coffee link and drop him a coffee or two. It's just like, I'm one of these people that I won't push, like I won't be all like, I'm amazing. And, you know, I'm like, even when someone says, oh, you're doing really good at this, I'm like, oh yeah, it's thanks. Like, and it really, like, what's the word? Self-effacing? Is that the right thing? But when it comes to my friends, I will get out the pom-poms and go hardcore cheerleader, and Doug does this for everybody. So I really want to be able to help Doug get there as well. And I kind of feel a bit bad. After Nick's stream, I showed Doug one of the flights that I found when I was looking for mine, but I couldn't do it because it required some, you know, extra moving around and extra flights and stuff that I wasn't going to be able to do because of my physical limitations. But it was a really good deal with a really good flight, like a really good airline. And I'm like, oh man, if I could have, I would have. And so I've sort of showed it to Doug, and then just like, you know, really, I probably pushed the envelope a little hard. But anyway, Doug booked it. So Doug has got his ticket to VidSummit because Daryl gave him a ticket. And no, I don't have any music running in the background. No, I don't think so. I did in the opening scene. Let me know if you can hear music. There's like nothing open that should be running music. Could be wrong. Unless this video's got music. No, I haven't clicked play with audio on that, and I can't hear anything. Anyway, so, you know, I got totally sidetracked. But if Doug has ever done anything for you, jump over to the Buy Me a Coffee. I'm not going to have my Buy Me a Coffee notifications on because they won't show me Doug's Buy Me a Coffee, is what it boils down to. But what I can do is I can stalk Doug's Twitter, because his Buy Me a Coffees get announced on his Twitter, and then I can make some hype, you know, like I've got options here. I've got alternatives I can do when I see something come into the feed. All right. So, hang on a second. Doug's just sent me something here I can do something with, I think. Just bear with, guys. Bear with. In the meantime, oh, Doug sent me his alert link. Awesome. I will add that. In the meantime, if you have a YouTube question, if you have a live stream question, that's what this stream is for. Drop them in. I will see what I can answer. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything, but I might be able to help you out, or at least send you in the direction to find the person that can help you. So we can definitely have a look at your questions. Now, I've just got to open up my Messenger app, which I don't usually have open. Command C. So we want to plus a plus. Alrighty. I have Doug's buy me a coffee widget. There somewhere. I don't know how big it is. It's like it's there. All right. Mobile live streaming pros and cons. Yeah, I mean there's a lot. There's a lot. Now, let me just someone bought Doug coffee. Someone has bought coffee. Find a comfy pillow, Doug. That's what it says. Now, where's my buy me a coffee thing? I've got it locked so I can't move it. Get that out of the way, whatever that is. Let's make this real big. Oh, that's still in the way. There we go. If they come across and hide my face, whatever, I don't care. I don't care today. Alrighty, so let's have a look at Doug's Twitter feed because, you know, I'll be able to see. Someone sent Doug. I clicked the link. Oh wow. Okay, so we've got a couple. There's a couple that have come in. So first things first, we've got the confetti hype. Let's go. I've pressed the button, confetti hype. There we. Oh, that's what I moved. I'll move that back now. All right. So he received 5 cuppers from Chris Haley, who is live streaming consultants in the chat. Well then, let's get Doug a room in Texas. Yes, preferably in Irving or somewhere nearby the convention center. Texas is quite a large state. And then also somebody else who is remained a little bit anonymous. That's the word we're going with today. Find a comfy pillow for Doug. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So we've got it started. Yay. Okay. We're doing things on the fly today. Doing things on the fly. Thank you for sending me the link, Doug, because it makes it heaps better. Let's go back here and just double check if I've missed any comments. Home Rapid Repairs popped in something about the US election. I'm probably not going to go into that. I'm Australian and I quite often get told to shut up. I have opinions. Captain Crush was here but has run away because they're going to make a video. Totally awesome reason to leave a live stream, which is to action something. I love it. I love it. Good morning from Leanne saying, what an awesome friend you are. Root for Doug getting somewhere to lay his head. Yes, I agree. He needs somewhere to sleep. And book it sooner rather than later. So he does not, you know, have to be freaking out. Because I don't know, like for me, I'd be freaking out. And I think this is why I'm doing this stream. Because I'd be freaking out. He may not be freaking out. Doug, are you freaking out? Because I'm freaking out. Dimmy, good to see you, mate. Thanks for jumping in. Doug, I hope this discount flight is safe. Do you have to flap the wings yourself? No, I really hope not. I really hope not. Oops, I've just turned my flashlight on. I don't know how I even managed that. Alrighty, let's just keep an eye on Doug's feed here. The Holiday Inn next to the venue still has rooms available. Well then, I think we need to really do some hardcore fundraising to get him in there. I guess it's direct with a reputable airline barring CrowdStrike issues. Oh dear. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with CrowdStrike was just a bit crazy. And you know what? Like, being a Windows girl, it was so bizarre for me because I had worked really hard that day and I was on my computer all day, except I was in here on the Mac rather than out in the lounge room on my laptop. So it was probably really good that I didn't turn my laptop on because, yeah, it is. Do you two mind? The cats are playing, and by playing, I mean yelling at each other. That's ridiculous. Yeah, and so just really. Oh, there we go. Live stream. It's okay, Doug. I have my pilot's license. I'll fly you there. Wow, that's like you'll come all the way to Australia to pick him up. I mean, I'd come. If we're going direct from, like, how many stops do you have to make? What kind of plane? Like, I have questions. There's questions. There you go. Home Rapid Repair says he's at the Texican. I think it's booked out. I'm not 100% certain, but I think that one's, is that the one across the street from the venue? If you don't know what we're talking about right now, sorry, just to jump in. Larry has bought Doug 10 cuppers. Doug says, America, here I come. Oh, that is awesome. That is so good. There we go. We'll wave some money around. That's not what I was going for. This is what I was going for. There we go. There we go. That one's dropping some US dollars on Doug. Home Rapid Repair says it's the hotel. Yeah, the hotel across the street. Yeah. So what we're talking about right now is VIDSUMMIT. VIDSUMMIT is this event. It's an event. Yes, it is, Chantelle. It is the event, right? It has been on my wish list of places to go as a creator for the last 5 or 6 years. Now, it's been running for 10 years, but it's only been on my radar really for the last 5 or 6. And it has been on my I need to go list for about the last 5 or 6. So basically since I found out about it, I was like, oh my God, I need to do this. I have not had the ability to go financially. Well, I did have the ability financially at the start, but I didn't have the time. Now I have the time. I don't have the money, which is hilarious. But I've just recently started a new job, and part of that job will be attending VIDSUMMIT. So what a shame. That sounds awful. So I'll be doing that. So I'll actually be working while I'm at VIDSUMMIT. So I don't know how much I'll be getting around. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure I'll be around though. So the Holiday Inn is at $127 a night right now. The Texican and the Western are already sold out. Yeah, so the other thing to remember, live stream consultants, is if you're looking at the VIDSUMMIT link of those, so that means that the blocked organized rooms by the VIDSUMMIT team, they're sold out. You may still be able to book in those venues if you book directly with those venues. It'll be a different rate though. So the prearranged rate is gone, but you may still be able to stay there if you want to, possibly. Or they could actually be really booked out. It happens both ways. So yeah, so there are, and then there's other options that are just a little further out that are still walking distance, that is, you know, you can still get to the convention center. And then there's options even further out, but the further out you go, you have to add in travel costs and time. So you have to think about those things as well. So if we can get Doug as close as possible to the convention center, that would be amazing. So yeah, that would be really, really good. Let's have a look here. All right, I'm just finding if there's any questions. Okay, so we dug through a question in at the start. Mobile live streaming, pros and cons. Look, I think if you're going to go live on your mobile, if you've gone live before and you're already set up for live streaming and, you know, like you've done it before, I think going live on your mobile can be done. Now, there's the cons are usually if you're going live on a mobile, you are on the move. So making sure that it's not shaky or juddery, or like apparently I walk like I'm on a rolling ship. So I make people seasick because I walk like this. So, you know, maybe hold it still, have it on a tripod, have it on a gimbal, something to sort of ease that movement. They said that it flowed, but it did rock like they were on the ocean. So making sure that you have your camera set up, but also checking your audio. Phones' audios, they're not awesome, right? The newer phones, they're bearable, they're usable, okay? But phone's audio is not great. So grabbing yourself like one of those the little tiny directional mics with a dead cat on it. I've got one, hang on. If I was a little one, where would I be? There we go. One of these guys, right, that you just plug directly into your phone. Now mine's old, it's an old 3.5mm one, but you get them now with the USB-C or the Lightning in that exact same spot. And then you just put it on your phone, which we can't do because, you know, it's USB-C. Put it on your phone and it actually locks into place with the little connector on the back. You can actually just squish your phone between the plug, boom, done, and it stays on. And it comes with a massive dead cat to really hold, like, look how big that is compared to that, right? No wind's getting through this. You're basically standing in a cyclone and you'll be all right. So making sure you've got your audio. If you can't get something like this, a lav mic, but again, you're going to need the adapter to make sure it works. I've got this one, which means that I can plug it into my phone, and then plug a 3.5mm into that. So, I mean, I don't have a lav handy, but I'll just plug this dude in. Now, that doesn't really work, right? Because it's not holding in any sort of direction. And I mean, you could probably actually look. Here she goes, doing stuff on the fly. Welcome to live streaming with Chantelle. Does that hold on? No. So say, if that could hold on there, that'd be great, but it doesn't. I've just thrown that on the ground. So anyway, so you can have it connected with a dongle. There's shorter and smaller ones. This one also lets me power through, so I can actually be charging it at the same time as being able to use, so I can charge my device at the same time as being able to use it. So that's why I got this one. It's just one from Ugreen on Amazon. But I find that to be super, super helpful. That's what they make zip ties and duct tape for. Or you could just buy the current model, not the one from 5 years ago. And then you don't have to worry about it at all. It'll just connect on. Or you can totally go and get the Rode Wireless Me, Wireless Go, Wireless Pro, whatever they are. If you're on an iPhone, they're making it really, really easy to integrate those guys now. There's some fantastic options. There's an app that means you could set your phone in between you and another person, and you can record an interview with both of you with your mics on. It'll pick up the 2 separate mics, the 2 separate videos. It does great stuff, but it's iPhone only. I'm not an iPhone girl. So, I mean, I would be, but I'm not. So, you know, it's just one of those things, but being prepared, just like any other live stream. One of the cons, so the pros are super easy to do, super lightweight. Most people have got a decent phone in their pocket already. Clean your lens, clean your lens. Don't forget to clean your lens, okay? Because clean your lens. Then the cons are, someone can just, like, if you've got it propped up, it's like any of your technology, they can just take it away. So someone can nick it. Battery is always an issue. There's limitations from YouTube for streaming directly from your mobile using the YouTube app. You have to have, I think it's I've got to double check, they keep changing the numbers, but I think it's your 100 subscribers to live stream to YouTube. I think it's the 100. It might have dropped to 50. I don't know. But so using a third-party software like EV Marks or Prism Live, something like that, that will make it, you can get around those limitations. So that makes it a lot easier. Let's have a look in the chat here. Home Rapid Repair says, yeah, I'm booking the Holiday Inn for myself as it's only a little more than 100 yards from the venue. I'll be driving in, so I'll have transportation to get anywhere. That's awesome. That's great. And I'm so happy I'll get to see you there. We'll have to organise a meetup with any, like, hopefully, because I don't know what everyone looks like. That's the problem. You guys will know what I look like. I don't know what everybody else looks like. Nice. Sounds great. I'm going to have my truck, so freedom to go anywhere as well. Okay, that's awesome. Could go old school and use baling wire. I had friends who jokingly called me Mrs. Wire, and I would just wire things together. I would just wire them together. Like, oh, I don't think I can do it. Hang on a second. I just got a message and I've got to just see if I can do something. Hang on. Home. My profile. I used to be able to share a tweet. Can we not share tweets anymore? Someone wants me to send them a link to the tweet. I don't think I can. Can we share tweets anymore? Is there a way to do it? Actually, I think I've worked it out. Hang on. I think that's it. I don't know. We'll see. That'll either work or it won't. Anyway, Frankie, good morning. Oh, there we go. I would drive Doug around for free as I get to pick his brain the whole time. Well, there you go, Doug. You've got a lift if you need it. Frankie, what did you miss? We are doing a little bit of a fundraising drive for Doug. I may have I really do feel like I railroaded Doug into buying a ticket maybe just before he was ready. He's a grown adult, and he could could have said no, but basically the cats are going insane. But basically, I found a really, really great rate flight from Australia to Dallas, except I couldn't use that one myself. Like, I mean, there was, more than one seat available, but I couldn't use it because of my physical limitations. But it was such a great rate. Anyway, so I shared it with Doug, and we were looking at it, and I think, how long were we on a call for about it, Doug? It was a long time, backwards and forwardsing. But anyway, Doug's booked his flight, but he doesn't have any accommodation. So I feel really bad, and I feel like I may have railroaded him a bit, and now I'm like, now he needs somewhere to sleep, okay? So I don't want him to have to cancel his flight and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, this is what I can do. And like a lot of us, 2 hours. There we go. Doug's in here. No, Chantelle, you helped me make my buying decision. Oh, I'm glad you don't feel like I was pressuring you. 2 hours after it was quite late. It was 4 a.m. It was very late. But what's happened is, Doug can get there. He can get to Dallas. He can get into the convention, but now he needs somewhere to sleep. So I've changed all my links here. We've got the Buy Me a Coffee for Doug is my pinned link. And in the description is a link for Doug as well. So if Doug has ever helped you, please just drop him a coffee, help him get it towards his bed for the night, or a few nights. It's more than one night. He needs to sleep somewhere for more than one night. So if you could do that, that would be great. Are rooms available nearby? Yes, apparently there are some rooms. I think someone in the chat was saying that the Texican and the Western are booked out, if you're booking through the links. Whereas if you, oh, here we go. He's done it. That's excellent. Whereas some that are a little bit further afield, what was the one that Livestream Consultant said? I think he said there's still some availability in the Holiday Inn, which is only about 100 yards away. Oh, Jerry, there we go. That's the same one. So the Holiday Inn. Worst case, I could just bring my pop-up tent trailer for Doug. I mean, there's the whole legalities of where are you going to put that. And then where is he going to shower? Because yeah, preferably he needs a hotel room. Let's be more specific. Let's be more specific than he just needs a pillow somewhere. He needs a hotel room. He needs a hotel room. So in the meantime, while we're discussing all this, you guys are all amazing, by the way. Thank you so much for jumping in. Pop in any questions that you have, any live streaming questions, any YouTube questions, and we will definitely go from there. Let's see here. That's been done. I'm just checking. Frankie says she sent copies. I'm just seeing if I've got a... Oh, here it is.
Someone just bought Doug
No stealth camping for Doug. Oh, 3 copies. That's awesome. No stealth camping for Doug. Oh, I love it. I love that a lot. Oh my gosh, here we go. I want the confettis. There we go. I want the confettis. I keep accidentally hitting my paddles. I want the confettis. Oh, that's so good. Oops, I'm trying to stop that. Done it enough. Keep the air conditioning high when you're not in the room. Mine broke during the day. I watched your video, Jerry. So, Jerry was at the other Holiday Inn. Okay. Is there more than one nearby, or am I just really confused? I don't know. I could just be really confused. I don't know where anything is. I've never been there. I have no idea. So yeah, it's definitely yeah, the whole you got back to your room and everything, it was just sweltering because it was blowing hot air into your room. That just sounds terrible. That just sounds terrible. Home Rapid Repair says that the Holiday Inn still has rooms. There you go. So you can still get in and still be close. So that is awesome. Because that's the thing, right? Like, part of these sorts of events is, sure, you can go and stay over the other side of town and catch your Uber over, or bus or tram or whatever it is. But part of these events is actually everyone being in the similar precinct and being able to bump into people at restaurants for dinner and being able to, like, grab someone for a coffee or whatever, because everyone's so close. Here we go. Yes, there are 3 within 10 minutes or so, but the one on the VidSummit site are still available. Okay. Yeah, so that's the other thing. If you really do want to stay at the Texican or the Western, or what are the other options? Let me just look here. I've got the VidSummit website open here in the background. I just want to check what their lodging options are. So they've got the Texican Court, the Aloft at Los Colinas, and the Western. Hyatt Place has still got accommodation, and Holiday Inn Irving still has availability. So the other thing to remember is, if you really want to stay at the Texican, the Aloft is not booked out. Oh, there you go. So it's just the Texican and the Western that are both booked out. If you want either of those places, always go and double check their websites directly. You won't get the same deal. And sometimes the deal is phenomenal, so it's not worth staying there unless you've got the deal. But sometimes it'll only be marginally more, and you can think about, okay, I get to be right here amongst it all. Is it worth the extra? So, you know, there's that side of it as well. There's that side of it as well. Let me just jump back over here. There we go. Thank you, Larry. I got your message. I'll check that all in after, when I don't accidentally read it out loud, because I'm in automatic read everything out loud mode. Let me just look here at Doug Hewson's got no stealth camping for Doug. I just got to like these tweets so that I know which ones we've done. We've done 4. There's 4 that have come in. So that is awesome. That is so good. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. Jerry says, I would stay at the Western if I went there again. It looks good, doesn't it? It looks very close. I like it when they're nice and close. I think that's where I'm staying. I'm not 100% certain. So I tried the Western first to be near Jimmy. Mr. B, really? Is that really why you tried there first? I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, but it was sold out and ended up Texican. Texican is so close. Honestly, it's so close. There's quite a few options nearby, which is good. The Western is literally across the street. Yeah, I had a little look at a map. So yeah, I'm joking. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you were joking or not. I was kind of hoping, but I don't know. I know that like I'm not like, how do I put this? His content is not, I'm not his target audience, right? And that's totally cool. I get that. But I actually still really respect how he does everything. Does that make any sense? Like his content is not the kind of content I get into, but it doesn't matter because the whole business behind everything is amazing. Home Rapid Repair says, I'm very happy with my hotel, no complaints at all. That is awesome. Jerry says, I also walked around carrying my full production gear. I would also just go to the conference with a GoPro. Yeah, definitely. And this is the thing I learned from going to VidSummit a few times. Not VidSummit, VidCon. They had VidCon down in Melbourne a couple of times before COVID hit. And I realized the first year I took all my gear, I didn't touch it. The second year I was like, I'm definitely going to touch it. I'm definitely going to make some content. The only content I made was at the airport on my phone. So the following year I just bought my phone and an extra battery pack and like a gimbal for my phone. Like it was a cheapy gimbal, it wasn't quite a selfie stick, but it may as well have been a selfie stick. And now I've got a really good gimbal. Like my family bought me one after that because they're like, oh, you'll use one. I need to check to see if it'll take this phone, but it wouldn't take my big Samsung. So I'm definitely going to look at more mobile creation kind of level. I don't know. I don't think I personally have that much time for like content creation as such, but I definitely want to document the experience myself, even with just some photos here and there. So I'll definitely be taking my phone. I'll definitely be taking a battery pack for my phone. I don't know if I'll even bother with a microphone. Like I don't think I'm not planning on making any sort of videos with me talking at the time. Maybe if I make some like little clips and stuff, I'll do a voiceover once I get home. So maybe planning and thinking about that, because I just honestly don't want to lug all my gear halfway around the world, because that's what it is for me. I'm literally going halfway around the world. If something happened to it, I'd be mortified. I don't have backups of all the stuff that I would use in that instance. So I would take my phone. Doug's got a great little cage for his phone, which I kind of am a bit jelly at, but I still don't know if I'd use it. So, I mean, I've got my pop socket, right? That's all I need. I could just, there we go. It's vertical. It's horizontal. Now it's vertical. I could take like a little tripod with a phone mount on it. That's probably about the extent that I'm going to take of gear. And actually, do you know what? I'm going to take a tripod with a phone mount and I've got a little pole so that I can, twist that on and go from there. But that's it. So that I can get a little bit of better height, because I'm just going to take my little tiny pixie. Where's a pixie? There's a pixie. Hello, pixie. Oh, there we go. That's a pixie. I love my Manfrotto pixies. I have about 3 of them, so there's another couple in a drawer. They're really nifty. They're a little bit weighty. They've got a bit of weight to them. But they're really handy, and I've got like a little tiny extension pole that I can just screw on. So I will take a pixie, an extension pole, a phone mount, and my phone. That's it. I'm like, do I have an extension pole handy? The answer will probably be no. I'm probably going to have to pull something apart to get an extension pole. But I'll do it. that's not what I think it is. That's something else. Anyway, I can't find one handy, all right? So I can't show you what I'm talking about. But when I buy my newer mounts that I have for everything here, it comes with little extra lightweight graphic poles. And then I go from there. Amazing Yacht Destination says, bring my boy a mic or a wireless mic. I don't know if I'll bother. I'll be honest. I don't own a small compact wireless mic system for a start, so I can't bring that. But you know, then I've got to, with the Boya, then I have to make sure the batteries are good. Then I have to bring an adapter. Like, it just starts adding and adding and adding. I don't know. I mean, one thing I've been wanting to do for a really long time is to upgrade this guy and get one for my phone. So maybe that can be what I do. Or maybe I can just bite the bullet and finally buy the Rode wireless mic me, which is something else that's on my list. So these two are the only mics on my list. Is the Rode wireless mic me, and update my little dead cat so he's usable. So probably that would be where I'll go. Jerry says, I got the TikTok phone tripod for $8. Best piece of gear I ever bought. You gotta love that, right? You've absolutely gotta love it. Live streaming consultants only plan on taking a selfie stick, a wireless mic, a wired mic, and if we get closer, maybe an IRL live streaming setup, so Chantelle and Doug can go live at least once together from VidSummit. That would be funny. That would be funny. I mean, the easiest way to go live would be a phone and one of the Rodes that have the two transmitters, and then that plugged into a phone. That would be the lightest possible dual person live stream that you could do, and then just set it back so that we're both in the shot, and then have an iPad or something in our laps, which I'll have an iPad with me, have our iPad in our laps to get the questions. Oh, you're kidding. If you're flying with a switch pod and you have it in your carry-on, take it out, because it scans as a weapon because of the contours. Really? Oh, that's hilarious. That's so fun. That is, I didn't even think of that. I really just didn't. Yeah, this advice in here about the lightweight live stream packs and the lightweight content, because like, this is the thing, who here in the chat has traveled to anything, doesn't have to be a conference, taken all of their gear with them and then just barely touched it, but you had to lug it everywhere? Like, let me know in the chat. Just type yes if you've taken your gear and you've barely touched it, or you touched it once, or you know, you realize later it wasn't worth taking. Let me know in the chat. Doug says, I'll have the basics. Laptop, mic, phone, might skip the portable lights. Yeah, I'm not going to take any lighting. I may, look, you know what? I say that, but then this guy pretty much comes everywhere with me anyway. So I will have this one, which is just a little really basic newer. It does change colors. It's really well. It's a USB-C recharge. So everything I'm taking is USB-C charge. My iPad, my phone, my camera. No, not my camera. My phone is my camera. My iPad, my phone, my headphones, this, like, everything is USB-C. So it means I also don't have to take 4 million different bricks and things to plug in either. So that's really good. And then I've got my one big power bank that I'll take along as well. That will be super helpful. But this guy here is magnetic. So, but what I like to use it for is because when I don't have my glasses on, my vision is a thing where I am an old lady. So you know, it's just you know, standard, you know, my arm's not long enough to read things anymore kind of thing. But also, I have a condition where when I don't have my glasses on, it's nearly like a light in the background gets turned off. So everything gets a little bit too dark. So sometimes, and because I don't, like when I'm not here on my computer and when I'm just not driving or not out and about away from the house, I quite often don't have my glasses on. So I just wander around the house only being able to see, like, you know, 4 meters away. That's it. But it just lights everything up. So I actually keep it in the bottom of my handbag just to find things in my handbag. And like when I'm on a trip, I throw it in my suitcase. But I will throw this in my carry-on because I know it has a rechargeable battery and it has to go in your carry-on. Jerry says, I actually used everything I brought, but I could have done it in a lighter weight as well. Oh, there you go. There you go. Amazing Destination has done that a couple of times. So where we've packed too much gear to take away. Paris Tube, great to see you here. Never taken lighting as I also carry 2 phones that have enough for my needs. That's awesome. I love all these different ideas that we're getting to just sort of do things. But the other thing to remember is usually you'll be doing something with a friend or you know, meeting up with the creator. They may have a phone that you can flip and use their light. Do you know what I mean? Like never underestimate asking, hey, do you have something that we could use for this? And they might just be like, oh yeah, here, mate. And just, you know, show you what they've got. Here we go. Livestream Consultant says, my last drone conference I went to, I took 3/4 of all my drone stuff and never regret it as it gives me options for drone flying all of my friends in their drone space. Yep. Oh, that's good. That's good. Old. I'm working on my 3rd retirement. Please. I feel old because my body is broken. I'm allowed to feel old. The natural light there is going to be fine. It's all windows. Yeah, it looks, and I've been watching a little bit of content around it to sort of get an idea of the space. But for those just joining the live stream, this is specifically a stream to help Doug find somewhere to sleep while he is at VidSummit this year. He has his airfares. He has his ticket to the conference. He does not have a bed to rest his head. He needs a hotel room for while we're at the conference. So if you can click on the pinned link in the chat there, or the link in the description for Buy Me a Coffee, and go over, throw a coffee at Doug. This is the best way to make sure he can get these funds before he leaves. Before he leaves, but because he needs to book his accommodation before he leaves. But yeah, these are the best ways for him to get his funds together. Right now, I think we worked it out that if he got super chats and what have you through YouTube, by the time he got it, it would be too late. So this is the best way, directly with Doug's Buy Me a Coffee. The links in the description and in the pin chat go directly to Doug. It doesn't come through me. It goes directly to Doug. So anything that you can do to help will be greatly appreciated and take some pressure off the big man, because he takes the pressure off all of us by making sure our chats are safe, by hanging out and modding for us all, and not just modding in live streams, but also over on Facebook groups that are around YouTube education. He's in all the Discords for YouTube education. He is helping out everyone everywhere. And I think the least we can do is help him get somewhere to sleep. So, and I really do love that no stealth camping for Doug. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was great. So I'm going to have a drink of water. I'm not sure if you've noticed, I only have my water today. It took nearly a week for my mouth to heal from burning it off with the coffee, with the tea last week. Excellent point here, Livestream Consultants. Need to book it now before the rooms are not available. If you are planning on going to VidSummit or think you're going to go to VidSummit, it is only about 40 days away. You need to get in and start booking things. You need to book your tickets. You need to book your accommodation. And if you're flying in, you need to book your flights. What's the last day we can send him via BMAC? I'm not sure. sooner rather than later. I think that he would really love to be able to book those rooms and get that stress off his shoulders. But I think that any time, I don't know, Amazing Yacht Destinations. That would be a great question if Doug's still in the chat, if he's got an idea of when he has to decide whether to can it or to go. That would be great. But sooner rather than later to take the pressure off, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know when his go no go day is. So he'd need to let us know that. I probably should. It's like I probably should have known the answer to that. But the thing is, I didn't tell Doug we were doing this. The first thing Doug knew about this was this morning when he checked his Twitter. I'm not sure if it was his Twitter or the live stream, which one happened first, but it was either after I'd scheduled the stream at about 45 minutes before the stream, or once I tweeted it out, which was around the same time. So, Doug's jumped in. So he says that Stripe pays out the BMAX weekly. So, yeah, so that could, I don't know, Doug. What do you reckon? A couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 14 days. So, not to put any additional pressure on you, but Amazing Yacht Destinations, a week away is totally fine. It's that would anything you can do. But don't, like, I'm also like, don't make life hard for yourself either. But if you happen to have a spare, a couple of bucks for a coffee, then throw it Doug's way. Oh, you need to bring homemade salsa for me and Doug. Oh, that sounds terrible. Oh no. Oh, that sounds amazing. I was watching. I've been watching so much content. I was watching something about the people who. It was one of the. It was this video, how to not look like a noob when you're traveling. Because I don't really do it. I don't travel often, man, so I definitely always look like a noob. So I was just like, oh, how to not look like a noob when you're traveling to the USA or something like that. It was something like that. Anyway, one of the things was, I don't think it was to the USA. I think she was American, and when you're American traveling outside of America, I think that's what it was. The premise was like how to not look like a noob when you're traveling. Anyway, because that that's me. And one of the things was, it's really easy for you to go and find the food that is safe, like the brands and the chains that you know and recognize because you know it's going to be safe for you to eat or whatever. But if there's no other reason not to, other than it's just different, then you need to be trying the other food. So I'm like, okay, because I'm really paranoid with food, but I'm like, I'm going to be trying some stuff. I'm there for a week, and I've got a few meals to consume in that time. I buy an old school paper Mac and then fold it in public. Oh, that'd be a good one. I actually think that would be a fun one. That would be a fun one. Oh, I bought this last time I was here. And just all the dust flies off it. Yeah. Doug says, I saw the tweet just before the live stream. Okay, there we go. Now we know. Now we know when Doug found out about what I was doing. Sorry, Doug. I hope you're okay with. By the way, I hope you're okay with this because I'm doing it. This is what we're doing. We're trying to kick in, and I think we're pretty close to knocking over your first night. I think. Let me have a look here. So what are we going with? We're going with 127 a night approximately. I'm going to do some math. So 3, 13, 18, 23 cups at, what's Doug's cup rate? Doug, $4. Doug, is your buy me a coffee in Australian or USD? Just out of curiosity. So yeah. Are they going to blow my face off? I will even bring you some locally grown Hatch Greens chilies. They are grown in Hatch, New Mexico, which is only an hour east of where I live. Yeah, I'm concerned that my face will be blown off with like heat, like, and I have all the runnies. Okay, so it's $4 USD. So you're at 92. You guys have nearly covered Doug's first night. So that is awesome. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, so I think I just mathed it on my calculator because I'm not trusting my own brain. I can barely put words out today. But Doug's nearly covered his first night. So that is awesome. All the runnies. I do mean running eyes and runny nose, just to clarify that. Okay, so Home Rapid Repair says, I believe Texas restaurants are known for beef, barbecue, and Mexican food. And I'm like, tick, tick, and tick. I've never had American-style barbecue where you do this. Actually, I think I've had, like, there's a place down here that does, like, the full-on big closed lid, bake the brisket in the barbecue for, like, hours and hours. I've had that once. But other than that, no is the answer. So, and I do love Mexican food. But in saying that, I just want to clarify, that's the Mexican food we can get here in Australia, which is probably as far from Mexican food as humanly possible. But it's still tasty. It's tasty. Hey, I still have to use paper maps. Aeronautical charts. FAA still mandates a chart be in the plane for the local area you're in. That actually makes a lot of sense. If something goes wrong. Also, you're up high and you're just looking down on it. Like, you could probably see it. Let's have a look here. Just double checking I'm not missing things. I forgot that I've got the support me. Doug sent me his link, so I will see, because I'm checking Twitter to make sure that I'm not missing anyone's amazing generosity. Anyway, so we've nearly gotten Doug his first night. Oh, Amazing Yacht Destination says we also have to use it in yachts as well. Oh, there you go. There you go. I love that. I love that the technology isn't dead. That's awesome. I'm just going to bring that over just a little because it's right in the way of the comments. Do we have any other questions here for the chat? Do we have anyone wanting some help with their YouTube or their live streaming? Or I'm okay with hanging out and chatting about VidSummit. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm totally okay with that. But I also don't want anybody to feel like we're not answering questions today, because we totally are. So if you have a question, drop it in the chat. I'll try and help. I may not know the answer, but I'm pretty good at helping you find a person who does know the answer. So it's one of my strong suits is doing that. So let's go over here. All right. So yeah, so we have Doug's nearly is it $92 for so far, which is great. That's the lion's share of a first night's accommodation if the accoms are $127 a night. So that is awesome. That is so cool. Not surprisingly from live stream consultants, I have the local area in my head and I keep all the local airport frequencies on a cheat sheet in my pockets, as well as my backup handheld radio. Well, I would kind of hope that you would have some backups if you're flying people around. As a person who is a passenger on planes, I'm really hoping there's some backups. Yeah, please. I'm very happy to hear that. Okay, Doug has a great question. So obviously some of you who are here in the chat are coming to VidSummit. And even if you're not coming to VidSummit this year, or you've been in the past or something like that, who is one person you want to meet at VidSummit? I'm trying to think I've got so many people I want to meet at VidSummit. I've already contacted a couple just to say, hey, I'm actually coming. So for me, Daryl Eves, that's a big one. My new workmates, they'll be there. So I probably should have put them first, but anyway, they'll be there. I would love to meet just trying to think, like all the YouTube educators who I help and mod for, but like, you know, like, I mean, I've met Nick and Dee Niman before, but I definitely want to meet them again. I definitely want to meet Daniel Batal, Roberto Blake, Shelley. Oh my gosh, Shelley saves the day. Viper, Owen, Hemsath, like Owen Video, like all, like there's so many. I don't have one person I want to meet. There's so many I want to meet. Anyway, but if I could only meet one, if I was at the event the whole time and I was locked in a broom closet somewhere doing something like for work, because I have no idea what I'll be doing. But I got to meet one person while I was there, someone I haven't met before. I would have to say probably Daniel Batal, I think. I think he'd be really funny. I think he would, because I've met Andrew Ken, I've met Dee and Nick Niman. I've met a few people before in real life at other events. Like they came over to Australia for VidCon. VidCon. Yeah. So yeah, it's a tough one. It's an absolute tough one. Oh, that's the perfect answer. That's the perfect answer for this chat. Doug Houston and Chantelle Hills. That is awesome. That is awesome. For me, it's Doug, Daniel, Roberto, Nick, Daryl, Danielle, Colin and Michael, probably a few others I'm forgetting. Are you talking Danielle from Tube Spanner? Because holy crap, I didn't know she was coming. And I want her on my list too. Like, I'm going to have to send her a message. I'll be like, are you coming to VidSummit? Because that would be amazing. Daniel is a cool cat. Yeah. I mean, he and I, like, banter backwards and forwards on Facebook a little bit. And I, like, you know, and on Twitter every now and again. But I think it'd be really cool to meet him in real life. Yeah. Oh, you're meeting a heating cooling contractor with who also happens to be a silver play button YouTuber. That is cool. That's very cool. So yeah, Captain Crush says, "How have you been, Chantelle?" That's a really loaded question. I am overwhelmed is probably the best word. I'm overwhelmed. But yeah. It's been a really crazy couple of weeks. I started a new job a couple of weeks back and just absolutely loving it. And it's just been really a lot of and not just the work, but just the whole, like, I'm getting some really lovely interactions with the people I'm working with. And that's been something I haven't had for a while. So it's been a little overwhelming. So, because I've worked for myself for the last, 20 years, working for someone else who actually, regularly interacts and checks in and jumps on a call just to say hi, like see how you're going. And it's not like a have you done the work yet kind of call. It's like a hey, like I saw you were on and I had 5 minutes. Like, how's it going? Is it freezing over there? It's just it's like water cooler conversation. Like, and I'm kind of loving that. I think I didn't realize I'd missed it, but I obviously have. Red Laser has a YouTube question. Okay, I have been in a chat where a user had been accidentally hidden and the mods were unable to unhide. How do you unhide? The channel owner or channel manager needs to go into, so sometimes if you get to it quickly enough, there is an option to unhide. So if you spot it fast enough, you can unhide them. But you can't always. If you're not quick enough or you don't realize it happened, you can't unhide them. So the YouTube channel owner needs to go into the back end, into the community tab of their settings. So settings, let me just jump. I can't think of all the words. Hang on. Let me just jump in and do the walkthrough. YouTube. It is Studio. So go into Studio. So I'm talking about Studio now. I am on desktop right now. I think you can do this on mobile as well, but I'm going to give you the walkthrough for desktop. So click Settings, then click Community. And then when you scroll down where you've got your Managing Moderator and your Standard Moderators, you've got Hidden Users, okay? You need to scroll through that and unhide the person. Doug says, I'm sure they added unhide to the options. Yeah, I don't know if it stays there the whole time though. That's the problem. I think I've been in a situation where I apparently, a mod did do the reversal. So there is, let me just, who can I hide? I want to hide someone because I've got the screen open so I can unhide them. Do you know what? I'm going to hide, I don't want to hide Doug. Live stream consultants, I'm going to temporarily hide you, okay? I'm sorry, you're going to be the guinea pig here. You're going to be the guinea pig. Where is he? It was right there. Live stream consultants. So we're going to hide user on this channel. And then, okay, so they're hidden. Sorry, all your comments are gone for today. They'll be back. No, they won't be back. But I'm sorry. But so I've got the option to unhide the user on the channel. Doug, can you go in and check to see if you can unhide live stream consultants? Sorry, live stream consultants, you can't even chat right now. We're hidden from the channel. Briz Roadblog, hide me. Sorry, I already did it. So, live stream consultants, this is just like, what did I do? I'm super helpful. You are super helpful. You're amazing. And now you're a teaching experience. And Doug's like, I'm not even here. Okay, so Doug, you're able to unhide amazing live stream consultants. So if live stream consultants is in the house, if you can please comment. Oh, he's unhidden. Excellent. Okay, well, there you go. So mods should have the option to unhide. And Leanne said, and so Doug's a managing moderator and he was able to do it. And Leanne's a standard moderator and she is able to do it. So the unhide option is there longer now because it used to be someone had to do it really fast. And if you didn't, you had to go the long way around and then troll through the whole hidden live stream consultants. Thank you so much for your sacrifice. Yes, I'm still here, I think. Yes, you are. You're back. You're back. Red laser. There you go. So that was our live demonstration that moderators and managing moderators can now unhide accidentally hidden people. I mean, they can unhide people who aren't accidentally hidden, but why would you, honestly? Yes, welcome back, live stream consultants, being an absolute champion. Oh, okay. I see. I normally hide someone and then just pretend they don't exist anymore. They added the ability beyond the cooldown some time ago. Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that. Because normally I'm just like, I'm hiding them. Boom. That's it. Lifesaver for you, buddy. And so I don't even think about, I haven't accidentally hidden someone for a while. So I think, Doug, did I accidentally hide you at one stage or someone accidentally hid you? And that was the last time I think I had to deal with it, was when that happened. And it was still, once the cooldown was over, you couldn't, like, Nick had to go in and find you and unhide you. It was pretty full on. Thank you for your sacrifice from the Brisbane Road blog. That is awesome. Mods do not have a timeout reversal. I understand they can shorten the timeout. I don't know if they could shorten it. I think once yeah, I know we can choose a length of timeout when we're timing someone out. So anywhere from, I think it's I thought it was 1 minute to 30 seconds, but I'm just gonna check. If I don't want to, like, what if I accidentally time someone out for too long while I'm checking? But it's something like 1 minute or 30 seconds through to 24 hours. So you can time out someone so long that they just can't come back to the live stream that day. Like, you're like, okay, buddy, you need to cool down for a bit. Off you go. Yeah, but I knew it was definitely up to the 24 hours. I just wasn't sure if the first one was 30 seconds or a minute. I think the shortest I've done is a minute, just to give them like a, hey, buddy, like you can have a few seconds on a step. But yeah, it's definitely, oh, Doug says it's 10 seconds. Oh, there you go. It's even less. Really? Like, Who gets timed out for 10 seconds? What? Oh, that's crazy. What's Doug doing? Is he timing people out? Oh, Doug's checking the timeout. Sorry, Breeze Road blog. It looks like you accidentally got timed out for 10 seconds. We'll see how they go. We'll see how it goes. It was accidental, I believe. Or did the comment get removed? No, I don't know. I think you were timed out. We'll find out. Because this is the problem. When you click the timeout button, even if you don't choose an option, even if you don't choose an option, it automatically does one. So that's why I was like, I didn't want to do it, but it looks like somebody did. It looks like somebody did. I don't think there we go. I didn't have my moderation activity option open. Now it's open. Now we can see who did it. I know who did it now. Doug says I'm a managing moderator here, so I don't know if the options are different. Yeah, no, I think it's the same. I think the managing moderators and standard moderators have the same time limit options as like they both have the same. I don't think there's anything special in there for that one. All right. So we are doing Bruce Road blog. It was thank you for your sacrifice. You were temporarily timed out so we could check out how long the timeout things, the shortest one was. But seriously, in the chat, let me know if you're moderating. Do you think 10-second timeout is worth the effort? Like, I don't know. I'm like, a minute is my minimum, but I could, I'm a bit hardcore. So we'll see. SMA says I think it's the same. Doug thinks it's the same. Yeah. I mean, Red Lace, this is what we're here to do. We're here to try and answer the questions as best we can. We don't always know I don't always know the answer off the top of my head, so sometimes I have to go and look it up and check. So yeah, the 24 hours is hardcore. And look, I've given someone a 24-hour ban before, or 24-hour timeout before, because they were just being a tool. And there was going to be a long stream, and I just didn't want to have to deal with them coming back. So I was just like, you can go. Yeah, Doug, you're right. Sometimes it does pay to do the things live. It really does. Leanne, that's right. But the problem is that when you time someone out, it does remove all of their previous comments. So if someone's just, if you're doing it for a little bit of fun or whatever, or it's amusing, it's fine, except every comment they've had is now removed, which just feels excessive. It's like it's a 10-second ban. They obviously haven't done anything too bad, so why should all their comments be removed? So, Chantelle will just get that massive ban hammer out and just smash the baddie's heart. That's pretty much what I do. Yeah, be a tool or a troll, and that timeout will increase. That's exactly right. I do like now that we have options, because you used to only have a 5-minute timeout. That's all you had. Sorry, I've just got to adjust my blanket because it's so cold here, and we've worked out I can't have the heater and the camera on at the same time. It's very frustrating. But yeah, so. And so I definitely love that we've got these options to make a decision over whether something's just, just like a little, hey, come on, calm down a little bit, versus like okay, you're being a total tool, but not enough to be booted from the channel. Yeah, 10 seconds may be useful more for regulars and just having fun, or if a regular says something that needs to be deleted, but it's not enough for a longer time. But see, I would just remove the comment personally. So, and that's the thing, like, because I just want to remove that one comment. When you give them like a 10-second timeout, it removes all of their comments. So it just feels a little overkill. Like the 10 seconds and all the comments gone just feels like it's not like balanced. Does that make any sense? So, I'm more inclined to remove an offending comment or timeout for a minute or more. Ban hammer, merch, trying to bring that comment on screen from the wrong place. Good job, Chantelle. Well done. Such a professional. Band Hammer merch. Yes. Doug, I've been thinking about dusting off the old cricket and making us a couple of moderator shirts for VidSummit. Just throw that out there. I haven't decided. I also don't know if I'm expected to wear anything particular at the event, but I think it could be like a, you know, like Mods Rock or something like that, just on the back of a shirt with like a little hammer over our pocket, or a wrench over our pocket, or the pocket spot. I think that could be a little bit of fun, but I don't know. Let me know. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it more, but I think it could be fun. I think it could be fun. And then we could decide, because if I've already got to create the graphics, do I then just go and throw it up in one of my in my spread shop or fourth wall or something and make it available for anyone who wants it? I don't know. Oh, there you go. See if we can get something up on Spreadshop. Yeah, I don't know if we could get it done and printed on Spreadshop and then back here in time for VidSummit. That's why I was thinking I might just do us up one on the cricket. But maybe it could work. Maybe it could work. Oh yeah, be prepared for Texas. It's in the 90s. Yeah, I've heard that it's been really, really unseasonably hot. Definitely. It's going to be t-shirt. It's going to be like natural fibers all the way. T-shirt and linen pants. I'm actually looking at shoes. Like I think I need new shoes for my trip. It's just ridiculous. I've just been ridiculous. Like earlier in the chat, Captain Crush asked how I'm going. Captain Crush, I'm stressing out about what do I wear? What do I pack? You know, like what do I need to take? Because it's, you know, it's one of these things. And yeah, Doug's like comfy shoes, and I definitely want some comfy shoes for sure. But I'm also thinking I might want something like some nice sandals or something, just so that I don't melt. And because if my feet overheat, then my whole body overheats. But then if my feet get cold, then I freeze, you know. So they're like my little thermostats. Are they added the additional timeout lengths? That was a while ago, like over a year ago, I'd say. It came in around the same sort of time as the managing moderator stuff, because originally you could only do the additional timeout lengths from the phone, and then only fairly recently they've added it to desktop. I'm just trying to think. A live stream consultant says we could get a few shirts made out here in this. That's probably not a bad idea, actually. Not a bad idea, getting the shirts made and shipped to one of you guys who are coming. And then you just bring them with when you come. Especially if you're driving out, you've got less limitations on this. So yeah. But definitely comfy shoes for sure. I'm all about the comfort. I've got dodgy knees. I have to do the good shoes. Here we go. Some packing tips. Light cotton t-shirts. Tennies for getting around. What are tennies? Are you talking like tennis shoes or something like that? Light jeans or similar. Oh, yeah, I don't do jeans, but I do like linen pants. So I'm going to take linen pants. So they'll even be lighter than light jeans. And maybe an umbrella. I was looking at that. I double checked. Can I take an umbrella on an international flight? The answer is yes, I can. I double checked it. As long as it's under a certain size, but the one I'm looking at is even smaller. So yeah, I can take an umbrella. So I'm like, yes, I will be doing that. I will be doing that. And I've been like following all these like traveling gurus, and one of them's like, go and get one of those dodgy, cheap ponchos that look terrible, like the clear ones that you'd wear to the football or something, and just chuck it in the bottom of your bag, because there could be a time when you need it. And it's so small and compact and light that if you never use it, you're not going to be like, oh, I lugged that around the whole time and never touched it. It's not going to matter. Whereas if you do need it, you'll really be like, oh man, I wish I had chucked that in. But they're like, just get the really, really lightweight, use it kind of once or twice kind of one. Let's have a look here. Just noticed channel history and profiles are now both on desktop. Yes, it makes it a lot easier. There's a few more things I wish they'd bring to desktop for the managing mods. It'd be great. Doug said there was a storm last year during VidSummit. Yeah, okay. So definitely need to make sure that these things are coming. Because I'm thinking, like, I've got this little, like the little disposy ponchos that I'm thinking of. It's so tiny. It could actually fit into my handbag so that even if I'm, oh yeah, look, you know what? This is live stream consultants, like, definitely don't do the poncho. You will make you look like a tourist. Do you know what? Like, if I have to choose between being a drowned rat or looking like a tourist, I'm taking the tourist card. I'm sorry. I'm taking the tourist card. Because it'll be hard enough getting my shoes dry before I leave than getting my clothes and everything all dry. So, yeah, I will definitely be taking a disposy poncho just in case. Hopefully, I won't have to use it. That's the goal, that I don't have to use it. But if I have it, I have it, and then I will not be a drowned rat. Okay, in the chat, let me know. Would you prefer to wear the disposable poncho or look like a drowned or be a drowned rat? You won't even just look like one. You will be a drowned rat. Let me know. Drowned rat or poncho. Hashtag team drowned rat, team poncho. Yeah, the cheap ones are available at the 7-Eleven in Thailand everywhere, but we get rainstorms and everyone drives scooters and wants to stay dry. Yep. Amazing Yacht Destination is team poncho. Yep. Go team. Third up. Oh no, I'm taking an umbrella as well. Definitely. The problem with an umbrella is that sometimes it's really windy as well, and then your umbrella goes inside out, and then you're still a drowned rat with an inside out umbrella in your hand that's like been ripped apart or something if it's windy. So the umbrella will be coming as well. Like it's not an alternative. It's happening. So yeah, definitely. Although the umbrella will probably stay in my hotel room until I need it because I don't want to lug it around the convention center all day long. So I've got a little handbag, but little tiny one that will just hold just what I need. It'll take my phone, it'll take my wallet, it'll take my little poncho. What else can it take? It takes little tiny things. It's tiny, but thick. So, drowned rat every day. Spent 40 years working outside. I'll at least have a ball cap on. Yeah, I'll take a cap. I'm actually thinking about making a hat just for fun. Just for fun. Oh, Red Laser is also team drowned rat. Wow. So we've only got one poncho. Oh, Leanne, it'll protect your gear too if you're in or on your way out of VidSummit. See, that's the thing. You guys are all like, oh yeah, drowned rat, but then your cameras are wet. My camera would be, well, my phone would be under my poncho with my hands. So, I don't know. Drowned rats. It's actually looking like Team Drowned Rats winning, unless Leanne's comment here is pro poncho. Then look, do you know what? I'm going to do it. There's only a few of us in here, but I am going to make a poll if it lets me. Start a poll. Start a poll. Start a poll. Which are you? Oh, bang. Which are you? Team Drowned Rat. Cheap poncho. Boom, done. Starting the poll. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Start the poll. Okay, camera's okay. Phones will be on my backpack. So your backpack is waterproof? Just double checking because not all of them are, especially around their zips and seams. And depending on how heavy the rain is, it might still get in. It might get in. Okay, so we are still at just under one night's accommodation for Doug. So hopefully over the next few days that can change. I've shared this out on Twitter. I've gotten a few friends to boost the signal, to retweet it out as well. So hopefully that will help. We will get Doug some accommodation at VidSummit. He won't have to sleep on a bus station and be moved along by the local police with his, with his camera bag as a pillow and a poncho, like a clear poncho as his blanket. Vagrant Doug. I need to create an image of Vagrant Doug. It's in my brain already. But we need to, maybe that does not need to come out of my brain, actually. No, possibly not. Possibly not. But yes, definitely. We're definitely getting closer to a first night's accommodation. So far, he's gotten off the plane and he's standing at the airport and tossing up if he can spend his $92 on a night in a hotel or find somewhere else. So, hey, we'll at least get him a pop-up tent. I mean, okay, good point. Good point. The worst case scenario is not a bus stop. You're right. You're right. The worst case scenario is not a bus stop. The worst case scenario, I'm just moving that. I should have moved that earlier. It would have made life easier. It is a pop-up tent in the sweltering heat. So thank you. Thank you, Livestream Consultants. Doug has a pop-up tent option. So there's that. Oh dear. Oh wow. Let's have a look here. I need to close this before I accidentally do something in there. I have my dashboard open with all the people that I can block or unblock, and I'm like, I do not want to unblock any of those people. All right. Well, a tent in the foyer. No, I don't think the conference center will allow it. I think they'd have words to say. I think that there would be words. I think there would. Yes. Anyway, on that note, everybody, I really want to thank you all for. We've got to check our poll first. I'll give you like a few more minutes to answer the poll, but I just really want to say thank you so much to everybody who was able, because I know not everybody can, who was able to go and pop in some funds to help Doug out. I don't know. I'm one of these people, like I said at the beginning of the stream, when it comes to doing things myself, not so good. But when it comes to doing things for friends who are just, I'm the cheerleader. I'm always there. I'll always be there with my pom-poms like, rah, 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 Doug. But yeah, it's definitely want to make sure that Doug can take some stress out of the planning of this event and get this done sooner rather than later, so that he can just enjoy the getting ready and the whole, like, knowing everything's sorted and done and dusted. Because let me know in the chat, like, when you've got something that you've got to get done, but then there's something stressful in the middle of it, and you can't just enjoy the whole process of it because you've got to do this other thing first, and it's like this big thing. Like, it takes away some of the experience, I think. But yeah, I definitely think that Doug works so hard for so many people and helps so many creators, and not just in his own YouTube channel, his own Discord, but also for Nick and for Brian G. And then I even see him in the comments of videos of like other people's videos, just helping people out in the comments as well. Just such a passion for YouTube. I really think that he should really be at VidSummit. And like Daryl feels the same way. He gave him a free ticket to come along, and with tons of notice. But sometimes stuff happens and comes up, and it puts little blocks in our way and destroys our plans. So, or sometimes something, like for me, something came up and actually changed my plan in a positive way. So, yeah. If you have a look in here, after the tent in the foyer, it's like security won't have any of that, but there is a grassy front yard. Maybe. SMA says, I'm about to be a drowned rat if I don't get home soon. Dogs keep stopping to sniff. Oh my gosh. Wow. We'll get in there. I'm sure of it. I better check that poll. Thank you. Yes, you're right. I will check the poll. Ending the poll. Let's look at the poll. Are you kidding? Really? Are you guys all team drowned rat rather than team poncho? I want no judgment if I end up in my poncho. I'm bringing one. I'm bringing it. But if I end up having to wear it, I want no judgment from you lot. I will probably giggle that you're all drowned rats because I can't help but giggle at drowned rats. It's not a personal thing. I just, you know, I'm like, you're adults. You could have planned for this. So, oh dear. The other thing is, it's not like it'll be rainy and cold. It'll probably be rainy and hot, so it probably won't be horrible. But yeah, I'm taking a poncho. On that note, oh, hang on a second. What's going on? We spray painted. You're going to spray paint my cheap poncho with tourist written on it. I actually think my accent will give away that I'm a tourist. I don't think I'll be able to hide it for very long. That I'm a tourist. I don't think I'm going to be able to hide it. Yeah. I'll probably like say one word and someone like, "Oh my God, you're Australian." Yeah. I will be definitely. I'll definitely be taking an umbrella and a poncho. Red Laser says we'll need a community post of the poncho. If I end up having to get into the poncho, if it buckets with rain and I'm stuck away from my umbrella or it's too windy, like there has to be some reasons why I'm going to wear it. I'm not just going to wear it around because it's hot. But if it happens, I will try to get a photo. I promise. I promise. So, yes, because that would be amusing. To not just you either. I would find it amusing. So, all right, guys, I'm going to head off. I've got to get some other work done today. So good to see you all. Thank you so much for your generosity towards Doug. I very much appreciate it, and I'm sure he does as well. I think he might be at work now, but I will catch you all same time, same place next week here, and all over the other places on the internet that I hang out throughout the week. Have an awesome week, and I will catch you next time. Bye now. Why is that not working?